Now, this is just a small go through about the crashes, just a non-cutted version of going through the crashes I got in the game. Maybe some people can relate to that. Um, which happen in somewhat a couple of similar ways as it happened in as before. The first one would be that the game crashes quite similar to like when the AVX problems occurred at the beginning of the launch, where you will crash if you will step with V out of the bar in the clan directly at the beginning, or when you will sit down as Corpo Soldier, as well as in the beginning in the tutorials. The second one would be that you cannot go into already going playthroughs, for example, or more or less newer ones or the new ones. But the third one, there's the problem where I can more or less, or I can play without any problems in my very first V character, which I have still the safe game around. For example, let's go into the first one, the Street Kid. Didn't even play more than 10 minutes in this one. Like I said, if people had the same AVX problems, this scene is going to be like, it will look familiar. Everything fine, I can jump, do whatever I want, I can look outside. That guy over there is talking with us, or with the film. But as soon I go over that point, the game crashes. And it has nothing to do with the quest occurring right now. Starting up the game for the second time. It didn't help to launch the game as admin or something like that. Nothing wrong. Not cleaning anything, not reinstalling every kind of video card driver or something like that. Nothing. As well as deinstalling the game, reinstalling it, getting the copy of a friend even didn't work, and he can't play the game. As well as the old AVX fixes didn't work, which you could download via Nexus mods or something like that. As well as the one where you more or less redo the code on a certain point where you change the C3 into a 55. Don't know if that is some familiar with other people. Excuse my English, by the way. It's 1 in the morning, and overall, I'm not. English is not my native language, not even my third language. So, for example, this is the one I played the last time before the patch dropped, and this one will crash in the loading screen. So I don't know if I keep the world record, but maybe for the fastest crash. As soon as the bot on the screen starts speaking with us and the picture in the background switches to the netrunner, it will crash. And there we go. And every time on the same, not every time on the same spot, but 99%. One I had to load 2 seconds longer, but then the game went again. On to the third issue. I can play the game, like I said, with my very first character, or with my very first playthrough, but it doesn't seem to run properly in any way. I can't draw weapons, I can do practically nothing besides talk with people, use my consumables, but weapon draw or something like that doesn't happen. I have a couple of old playthroughs, for example the 50 corpo crashes in the game in the loading screen as well as another one I have saved in the back on the PC itself, which I don't have in the game files right now. But this is my very first V character.
We begin with a look at the stock market. As usual, in the wake of another attack on Arasaka's Night City.
And we're in, without any problems. I can't enter the car, maybe it's because of the mission, but I'm really not entirely sure about it. Normally it shouldn't be a big problem. Maybe if you run out of aluminum, then you can call my car. I can use my consumables, even though not immediately. I have to press the right mouse button to do so. Can call. Slash throw grenades. No, and the weapon. Throw them outside of the camp. But in this case there doesn't seem to be a kind of trigger that would kick me out of the game. Which I don't have why that happens. I mean, I'm going to upload later on a video where I go exactly to the bar at the clan. Maybe I can trigger it somehow. I mean, there with that is the issue. When I go into buildings or something like that, so maybe there's some kind of problem, the coding, but I hope they just fix it fast so we can find a solution for that issue. I'm going to post my data and stuff like that. Well, not my data, but my specifications into the Reddit post itself. So guys, I hope we can find a solution for this. We stay in touch.